Hi, Joe. I called the Social Security Administration. I hear you. I want to make sure this is the Social Security Administration. Joe. Joe.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I told you I was getting close to the phone. Guess you thought I was hanging up, but I'm here. I was holding for the Social Security Administration. I want to make sure I'm talking to the Social Security Administration.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I called uh, because the local field office manager has refused to correct paperwork that I filed and suggested I call the teleservice number if I have any issues with it. I can give you my information to look it up and see what he's done.
All right. What is your social security number, please?
587-316485.
All right. And what is your full name and date of birth?
Zori Nastasi Rush.
All right. And your date of birth?
10477.
All right. And your birthplace, the city and state where you were born?
Upor, Mississippi.
Your mother's maiden name?
Rush.
And the mailing address that we have on record for you.
6912 Mount Vernon Road, Upor, Mississippi 39744.
All right. And what is the information that you're looking to confirm?
Well, I don't know. I've asked the Social Security Administration on several occasions, and a couple of courts have ordered my claimant administrative record stricken because it was completely filled with misrepresentations of fact and processing errors. And they scheduled an appointment for me to talk to the manager at the field office, who's, I guess, the only field person in the world that can make those changes. At least that's what you guys tell me. Uh, and he says he's not going to fix them and to call you if I have any problems about it. Well, so of course I have problems with the fact that the Social Security Administration has false records in my name, and two courts have told them to change it, and they refuse to change it because it's costing me reduction in my benefits, and they actually cut off my Medicaid. So I just consider this phone call processing thing is just his way of exploiting my medical records. So he doesn't have to respond to all the stuff that I sent, all that evidence that I sent to him in writing. He forces me to talk over the phone because I have a condition that requires me to have dry mouth. So when I talk, and these are extensive issues, you guys on the teleservice end who are working for Rock Awards get upset and hang up the phone, and then I end up with another disability because he won't fix my records. So I guess I'm just
Which I'm
calling to
not
find out.
understanding why he advised you to contact us because we don't have the authority to make any changes to your
I don't
disability.
know. Maybe you can look at the notes and see, because he always makes notes on there. He always says things.
Right,
He
but
always
that's what I'm
writes
saying.
notes. He did. He
I understand that. I understand he always writes notes, but what I'm saying
Are you
is,
looking at
you
the
know,
record?
yes, I have it in front of me. I'm
Okay.
just advising you that
Yes.
I find it odd that he would have you call us
Ma'am, I just called you
because
and told you there was a Social Security Administration field office employee who has refused to change my records, my own records, and has been ordered to do so by two federal courts. If you think you're experiencing something odd, try on my shoes. I didn't even know something like that could happen inside the United States until it happened to me. But that's the case that I called you about. Is I had you don't you see the appointment? You said you're looking at the record. I had an appointment with him the other day. There should be notes there. He's probably calling me crazy or something. I'm combative on the phone or all of that, those types of things. But fact of the matter is that I have records at the Social Security Administration And the records that he's processing is costing me a lot of money and cut off my Medicaid. So those are just the facts. But again, he's told me to call you because again he's got my medical records and telling me point blank on federal government property he's not going to change them. And if I have any problem with it, call the Social Security Administration. He didn't even call me from his phone number. He called me from, I mean, he didn't even call me from a government phone number. He called me from his, I guess his personal phone because it came up as John Jackson at 1-662-329-9452. And I know for one, that's illegal. He's required to use the federal government phone to call me. But that's what he did. But anyway, I know they dropped the procedures and stuff, but you are the Social Security Administration, right?
Yes, this is administration.
Okay, well, what I would if I was on a job like I worked at MCI once, and I called and sold phone service to people, and if I was on a phone call with someone who said to me that the person sitting across from you, this is their name, this is where they're located, this is who they what they're doing, and it's about to get the company that you work for in a lot of trouble. I would I would find somebody in the company who was responsible for keeping the whole company from getting in trouble and say, hey, I got this customer on the phone you need to talk to because he said, oh boy, over here is doing something wrong. Now that's what I would do. And I think that's why he wanted me to call you, is because he knows that'll give him time to figure out what to do now that he's missed that appointment that you see was there, because he's missed
Well,
that.
no,
There
the
would be
reason,
absolutely no reason for me to call you if if the
Mr. Rush.
appointment was actually concluded. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So the reason he had you call us is because there's a high risk alert on record for you. So you're
Well,
banned
tell
from
me
the
about
office.
that.
So technically, we can't make any appointments for you to speak with anyone in the office at this time.
And that's all you can tell me?
Yeah. So if you want to speak with a representative over the at your local office, what you would need to do is you can have someone speak on your behalf, but in order to have
Oh.
someone else speak on your behalf,
Oh,
then there would
again,
be
I already did. I had two federal tribunals speak on my behalf. What I'm waiting for now is the United States Department of Justice to come and arrest the employees who are hiding John in that office. I've already filed the
I
criminal
wouldn't have
charges.
access to that information.
Oh
They
yeah,
can
I'm
contact
telling
the
you. Oh well, I don't
the
know why,
employees.
because it's in the. Well, I'm telling you why, because John's creating my records. but
Right.
but
So
you are
really quickly, Mr.
you
Rush,
again. I
what's the
told
reason
you
for your
again a
call
few
today?
moments ago that what I would do was get up and go and tell someone
Miss,
about the crime,
okay,
and
Mr.
you're
Rush.
not doing that.
Okay. Because I
Yeah,
can't get
that's
up and tell
okay.
anyone anything.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not.
not in
No,
the
you're
office.
not. What you're gonna do is go up on YouTube with the rest of
Okay.
your friends. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you for calling, Mr. Rush.
You're
Have a good
quite
day.
welcome.